Hey! Hi! How you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. Tell me, guys, ghouls, and gals, do you like horror movies? Do you like monster movies? Do you like practical effects? Do you like over-the-top blood and gore? If the answer to all of those questions is yes, then you need to watch CryptTV. While I will absolutely admit I am shilling hardcore here, this is not a paid for, this is not a sponsored video. You see, thanks to YouTuber Foundflix, yes, I watch Foundflix, one of his most recent videos introduced me to YouTube channel CryptTV, and I've basically been binge watching their stuff. You see, despite all the issues and problems and grievances and gripes and just crap that happens with YouTube, this YouTube channel right here, CryptTV, is an excellent example of why YouTube can be a beautiful, wonderful thing, allowing talented, creative creators to, well, share their passions in video format. The guys over at CryptTV love horror, they love monsters, they love blood and gore, they love practical effects. They love what built up and made people fall in love with horror and monster movies to begin with. And it's not just the over-the-top violence, it's the tragic, dark, relatable, and compelling stories that come along with it. This YouTube channel, CryptTV, is doing a better job than Hollywood with its millions of dollars at satisfying and providing fans of the horror genre what they want from this genre. While recent horror movies from Hollywood have been all over the place, we've had some really good ups, but some really low downs. We've had some new instant classics and some just absolute garbage fire. When it comes to the big blockbuster Hollywood movies, in the horror genre, you never know if you're going to get a classic or a stinker. But with CryptTV, their quality is consistent across the board. Where Hollywood directors and writers think that just jump scares and loud noises and CGI is what you need to make a good horror movie, the folks over on CryptTV know the heart and soul of what makes good horror. Tension, and actually delivering on the buildup of that tension. Actual, real, genuine scares. Not just relying on a constant barrage of jump scares, which a lot of bad horror movies in the past several years have resorted to. A well-timed and well-placed jump scare can work, but when your entire film consists of nothing but jump scares, then you don't understand horror. The best horror movies, 1. Set up the characters, make them relatable, make you care about them in some way so that you don't want to see them harmed or killed. 2. Use all elements at your disposal to build up the scare. Don't just have a quick flash of movement and a loud noise play for a jump scare. Use the camera angles, use the lighting, use the music to build up a sense of dread, build up the scare, build the tension. And finally, free, and this is specific when it comes to horror movies that are also monster movies, have a memorable and intimidating villain. So many Hollywood horror movies just copy-paste the exact same horror movie villain archetype over and over again. The ghost, the masked serial killer, the zombie. There's nothing necessarily wrong with these villain archetypes. They've been done well before and they can be done well again. But there's a lot of lazy horror movies out there that resort to using crappy CGI, just elongating people's mouths, giving them faded out gray eyes and throwing some blood on their face and calling it a day. No! The best horror movies put effort into their villains. And this is something I love so much about CryptTV. They get it. They get it that the stars of the show of horror movies are not just the final girls, not just the survivors and the tragic heroes at the ends of horror movies, but the monsters, the villains. They are the stars of the show. They are the ones people are looking forward to. Those are the characters that people want to see when they go to a horror movie. They want to see the demon, the alien, the monster. Of course, don't give away everything immediately at the beginning. No. Build the tension, have some suspense, some mystery, and then deliver on the grand reveal. And in my opinion, from my point of view, CryptTV nails this on the head every single time with all of their short horror films on their channel. They've got some really talented people working over at CryptTV that obviously love the genre. My god, the practical effects are just so good! They're so good! And I have to admit, one of the reasons I love CryptTV so much for their practical effects and their monsters is one of my favorite movies of all time is John Carpenter's The Thing. To this day, The Thing still scares me. When I watch the movie, I still get that feeling of dread. And to this day, the practical effects, the special effects of The Thing still blow me away. And seeing CryptTV embrace those practical effects, embrace making and putting actual monsters in their monster movies, god damn it, I'm in love. Seriously, I can't say this enough. Go subscribe, go watch CryptTV on YouTube. Go watch their videos, go watch all their different series. If you're a fan of horror, of course. If you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of practical effects, if you're a fan of blood and gore, then I can't imagine you not liking CryptTV. Of course, for those of you who don't like horror and are squeamish, stay far away. This is going to scare the pants off you. Give you lots of nasty nightmares. For those of you who already know about CryptTV, or this video has made you interested in CryptTV, then I'd like to quickly share with you my favorite and most recommended videos, short films, and series from CryptTV. In terms of short films, my two absolute favorite and the ones I recommend the most is The Birch and Mimic. Both have great build-up, great tension, great scares, and stellar practical effects. In terms of series, I first recommend The Thing in the Apartment. Again, the build-up, the tension, the payoff, all so very well executed. And second, and finally, those of you who are already fans of CryptTV, you knew this was coming, The Look-See. Not only is this series scary, it has great tension and build-up, fantastic special effects, a memorable villain, relatable characters that you actually come to care for, an actually interesting and engaging lore and mythos, and it does all of this in 16 minutes. Oh man, The Look-See is so good. It's so good! Alrighty then, I've been shilling for CryptTV for just about 7 minutes now. And if it wasn't obvious by now, I really like CryptTV. I really recommend CryptTV. They're a shining beacon of creativity and awesome on YouTube. So if you love horror movies, if you love monster movies, seriously, go subscribe to CryptTV. Go watch their stuff. I can't tell you how happy CryptTV has made me just seeing classic horror and monster movies being represented and given proper love and passion. CryptTV is so good. So yeah, that's been a video, and this video has basically been an ad for CryptTV. I don't care if I'm a sellout. CryptTV is awesome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go worsen my crippling fear of the dark and provide my nightmares with more content to pull from. Jesus. Am I a masochist? That's not important. I'll see you all later.